Alright, so let's load. If I say continue, what happens? Does it ask, like, where do you want to continue from? No, so I should do an actual load. Because it took me back to the last place I saved from. So, load investigation. Visa 1.
Paradise Killer.
Yeah. Not sure what kind of person would sincerely head to the trial with clear evidence left to find. Yeah, that's me. It was there, so I did it. It's also super hot now. Not that kind of super hot. All right, so now we're gonna do tons and tons of running around. Because there's just so much stuff. First things first, let's go to the warehouse. Where is that? Where was the warehouse? It was somewhere, okay. By Deep Factory, I suppose. Didn't actually note which direction that is. If I go further up, oh. Who is that? Oh, that's the guard guy. And what are the exclamation point? Alright, so hold on. I mean, yeah, that's a... I guess because there's no time pressure, it's not like you're ever going to say, like, okay, there's no time to investigate the other thing, you know, like, oh, I've got evidence that it's this person, and there might be more to it, but I don't think there is, so I won't waste time with it. I'm really bad at this. There's the, no, there's 2 pyramids. Lurid Crimson Acid Phone Charm. Mostly collected by men. She has quite a few female fans. I should just go to the beach. Just go to the beach and then try to get where I'm going from there. Also, I don't actually know if there's any benefit to continuing to buy more drinks beyond the point of getting the thing. Oh, there's Yuri. So if I talk to him again. Enchanted Blue. Oh, right, okay. Yep, the god. Secured by god hunters in the real world. She's hidden in the pyramids under the caverns in the Sahara. The syndicate exists to resurrect the gods. How can we sit idly by when a goddess is in the hands of the enemy? Retrieving her would be a suicide mission. You're familiar with deception by gods, right? Like you, the disgraced freak? I haven't been deceived. That's a crime. Future counselors can't commit crimes, can we? How did you go through such a big transformation? Enchanted Blue blesses those she deceives with physical perfection. You saying I'm perfect, freak? You like what you see? Not into little boys. Booyah. joke, Freak. You're going to fail and go back to exile if you keep focusing on everyone except the killer. What if you're the killer? Is this the brilliance of your investigation technique? Just ask rhetorical questions and hope someone confesses? Judge made a mistake bringing you back. What kind of time loop game is this? I've scanned your phone. You can have it back now. Believe me now, Freak? My job isn't to believe. I need proof. Now you have proof. There's a 10-minute period where your phone went dark. Your alibi has a hole. Lydia told me she lost contact with you last night during this 10-minute window. She tried to contact you while she was waiting at the Paradise Gates just before the murder. And? Were you in the council building? You didn't want to be contacted? Of course not. The reality folding drive might have disrupted the communications. At the end of an island, the folding drive does a final burst to power both islands during the transition. The radiation sometimes causes localized area of communication electrical interference. That seems convenient. What do you want me to say? Your job is to direct Lydia when she moves us to the next island, right? What do you want now? What did you direct her to do right before the council murder? I asked her to take her husband Sam off the island. The end of island party was over, and his bar could be shut down. What time was this? 23:40. Did you see the doctor last night? He said he was in his clinic. Ask him, not me. Is he witness? No. I'm aware the architect planned to visit him. Check with her. How do you know? I'm the architect's assistant. I arrange her appointments and make sure that she can carry out her work without being obstructed by anyone else on this island. Got time to chit-chat with those abs? You seem to be ambitious. Is that a statement or a question? Why are you like this? Like what? Don't be arrogant, Yuri. You know what. I just want people to use language correctly when addressing their betters. Hey, if I were interested in using language correctly, I'd be playing a game where they don't put apostrophe in its when it's a contraction. I am now secretary to the leader of the syndicate. Temporary leader. Maybe. It certainly makes me have a higher station than an exiled freak. Titles don't make you a better person. Having a gun makes you a better person, which I do, and I'll shoot you. The lower class often use that argument. If that were the case, why am I in a position of power and respect, and you're not? Respect is something you earn. Power isn't always a positive quality. Platitudes of the jealous. Maybe life isn't about status and acquiring power. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Goodbye, freak. Goodbye, Yuri. Friendship crystal obtained. May you see through a million eyes, and may you reach the moon. What was I going to do? I was trying to get to... Continue following the coast. Whiskey? Whiskat? This knife is inscribed with, "Always yours, Sammy baby. It must belong to Lydia." There's no blood on it. Probably washed away in the last high tide. The blood is damaged. The blade is damaged, though. It has nicks along it. Shame. This was a nice knife once. Well, that seems important. Of how we just conveniently find the murder weapon, which has my name just inscribed with the murderer's name. Someone's been littering. Was it a vampire? Maybe not. This bottle has blood in it. There are traces of the blood of every member of the council in here. No fingerprints. A weird and suspicious thing to find. Up above is the entrance to the council building where Akiko allegedly found Henry after the murder. Joe said Henry was found with the blood of the victims in his stomach. If he's being framed, this is a good way of getting it into him. Did someone do the murder, then take the blood from each victim, bottle it, and force Henry to imbibe it? Well. Looks like I am a master detective after all. Wander aimlessly and hope that ridiculously incriminatory items present themselves. Where? Nope, I don't. Right? Leaving. You whispered goodbye to me as you left for the moon. You sent me music you wrote while staring at the earth. This is it. Let's just quickly see. Is there anything right next to me? Lots of things.
On travel unlocked. Starlight skins obtained. Key item
Oh,
obtained.
red crest. Okay. Use that to unlock things. Wonderful. Cabinet full of blood. Appreciate it. How would you do it? Do what? Murder the council. Kill paradise. All that. Use my gun. Just walk in, bullet in each head. You're messed up. You asked. Whatever. Laters. Also, is it less messed up to be... I would stab them, because I'm a nice person. The god dying from sadness is a sentient rock that drifted to Earth in the cosmic wake of the other gods, a renowned despair philosopher. Does he do anything? Apparently not. Vile embrace journeyed across the stars to find new vases to vivisect, a carnal god whose followers engage in extreme sex. Oh, okay, we're surrounded by statues. I will look at them all. The goddess Blood Dancer. She gifted technology to many races and is an astral engineer without equal. She has no interest in ethics, and her experiments have caused genocides across entire planets. Enchanted Blue, a scholar of different galactic races and a connoisseur of fine food and wine. She remains imprisoned in the real world. Oh, right. Yes, that person. Hidden pyramids.
Key item obtained.
Another cresty. Another offer my blood. I'll do it. More crests. Okay, this is an interesting location. Keep this in mind. Don't forget it. Don't fail to take note of it. Don't worry, I won't. So the factory, I guess, is if I just keep going over this. What is this?
Investigation.
Vampiric murder report. A confidential report about victims of vampire attacks. It's so confidential that it's sitting on a desk in an unlocked room. A classified report about vampiric murders on the island. 5 victims killed by what appeared to be a vampire. Last victim was found on the beach and was the only one to have any trace of the perpetrator's saliva on them. The perp was ID'd and arrested by the marshals, a citizen. The cause of vampirism was unknown. Well, I'm glad we got that mystery solved. The gods formed an elite retinue with these creatures from Mars. They are fiercely loyal and revered just as much as the gods themselves. Lost Pain. He escaped to the moon's dark side during the Great Betrayal. He is trying to drain the moon's power to complete his resurrection. We need to deal with him before that happens. I need to get a red crest before that happens. So I did. Oh, I got that one. Clunk.
Those crystals obtained.
Did I must have mentioned at some point the thing that you had said about, you know, oh, you can't really see somebody other than what I did. Somebody going, I don't have all the evidence, but I'll go end the game anyway at the trial. The person that I stumbled upon who was playing the Stanley Parable, and like just they did one thing that the narrator didn't say, and they got an ending, and then after that they went through and did everything the narrator said and got that ending, and then we're like, oh, okay, that was a cool game, and shut it off. I'm like, I didn't think that was possible to not realize what kind of game it was. Maybe the wolves did it. Shinji. Exclamation point hide. I'm not going to say it again. The council murder? Yeah, wolves are crazy. They tear all sorts of stuff up. A pack of wild wolves broke into the council building, bypassed all of the holy seals, and tore the council apart. I can hear the sarcasm in your voice. I don't like it. I'm trying to help. Expand your thinking. Don't limit yourself. Don't limit myself to actual reality and things that could plausibly happen into it. Wolves don't even exist on this island. Fine, throw it back in my face. The culprit is Lupus. It's never Lupus. I've only ever seen one episode of House.
Those crystals obtained.
Not a show that I'm super into, although I do really like the Chubby Emu channel on YouTube. He's a guy who, it's, I guess, similar to House, where he takes a sometimes fictional, sometimes real, sometimes a blend of the two case, and goes like, here, like, somebody shows up at the emergency room, this is what happened to him, these are the symptoms, and this is how the doctors figured out what was wrong and saved them or tried to save them. It's a very, very cool channel. That House with Sherlock Holmes. That, because, like, news regarding Ace Attorney, I sure didn't. What is it? Is it a card that unlocks the crane system on the harbor? It's got a magnetic strip on the back? Because if so, if that was the news, that would be an amazing coincidence. So that's what, the Great Ace Attorney, and I don't know the other one. The second Miles Edgeworth game?
I will not falter.
Thank you for that sub. the new sub alert. So the story with the new sub alert. Oh wait, there's 2 Great Ace Attorney games? I thought there was only one. This is the broken machine.
Key item obtained.
See, I guess having not really watched House, I didn't even know that there was a character named Wilson, so I wouldn't have. It would have taken a lot longer to get the parallels. Visions of Worship, knowledge tablet for Starlight. This is gonna unlock a bunch of, not a bunch, but a few places that I can now investigate that I couldn't before. But so the like the volleyball, of course, it's a. Wilson is the volleyball, and Tom Hanks is Dr. House, of course. So the sub alert, I was watching, because I watch a lot of VTubers now, and one of them, Noelle, was doing Duolingo, where you like can learn another language, and so she's doing that for English and trying to, learn English, and so people just sit there and watch and help and stuff. And the sentence had the phrase 1 o'clock in it, and as she was trying to figure it out, and she was, 1 o'clock, and she 1 o'clock, and then she burst into song, and I was like, what's going on? That's my sub alert. I had forgotten, or maybe never knew, that the band who plays that song, Dreamer, is called 1OK Rock. and so that's apparently their best, or their most well-known song. I've never heard anything else that they've done. Only that one song. A knowledge tablet for Starlight. Yes, I knew that. Yo, you got the upgrade. Good work. Told you we'd come through for you. Thanks for the help. No worries, always got to help the investigator of a mass murder. Don't forget to install it from Starlight's inventory. Don't you think that's a hassle, an unnecessary step? Friction is nice, makes things more meaningful. I guess. We'll let you get back to it. Remember to buy more drinks. Buy more drinks. Is there some reason that you have to do it manually? Seems silly. And we know where the last one is, right? Perhaps not. I thought we knew. I thought somebody said, but I guess they didn't. Oops.
Blood crystal obtained.
Nothing else around here. I already cleaned this place out pretty thoroughly. Except for... La Mulana, what are you doing in my game? I can move the crane around. I wonder if I can get it to pick anything up. Oh. The boat has moved into the dock. I wonder if there's... I need to figure out the right combination. So the crane... Okay, so at least she says that now. And she said figure out, so it's not I need to find the combination somewhere. So, like, what is... Ah, there we go. Almost took my head off. Good. It's too far. I think it's going to be the last two. Almost right. No, damn it. I knew it wasn't, because I know the last, I mean, you need the last one. There we go. That moved the crates. What's a space helmet doing here? Looks like an Easter egg and not useful for the game. No, looks like it's been dumped or hidden. Hiding something separated with thinly. It smells of Lydia's perfume, lemon, and raspberry. Why has she been wearing a space helmet? Do 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 do. So the next few streams of this may turn into Hitan runs around and it does not have a great sense of direction. I apologize for that. Terrifying shallows. The water looks shallow. It is an illusion caused by a predator born in antiquity. Do not go into the shallows.
Relic obtained.
Island Sequence 7 Memento. The citizens revolt against us. Grand Marshal Akiko subjugates us. Subjugates them. It is a bloody time. A time of shame and sorrow.
Crystal obtained.
Bless this double jump. There you are. I think the moon is the most beautiful thing on this island. It's not on the island. It's just cool that love dies. You don't have to be like this. You know what I mean? You like the moon? Used to be nice. Used to be. The golden city on the dark side is deserted now. The god lost pain, fled to the moon, and took over the city. He's leeching power from the moon to regain his strength. Why are you such a downer? I wasn't asking you to tell me everything's bad with it. I was just making small talk. The moon is beautiful, and it's... Oh, no, that's the right it's. Finally. Finally. Sean Connery, something. Oh, 007. I get it. And it is massive in the sky of this island. Why can't you just say, yes, Shinji, I agree. It is beautiful. And we have a nice conversation. And then I explode. I guess let's go to Vampire Guy. Head in that general direction. Nailed it.
Crystal obtained.
Shinji again. Why are you doing this for these people? They locked you up for something that really wasn't your fault. I'm an investigator. I investigate. Even if it's for a bunch of psychos that you wish weren't on the island. A job's a job. I guess. Shinji is created by Michael Bay. He's just like, I explode every 5 seconds. Already used this footpath. I just heard him again. I only just talked to you a few seconds ago.
Crystal obtained.
Want to tell me anything about your home planet? Not really. Why not? Don't like people prying into my affairs. Oh, okay. See ya! Okay, bye! A bad place to stand. Rarg. Well, I guess I'm just gonna like... Oh, it's not deep.
Crystal obtained.
There really are so many hearts. Where is my vampire guy? Crystal Pepsi? Crystal Sparkling Water. Sparkling water famed for its crispness and delightful mouthfeel. You know what doesn't feel nice in your mouth? Apostrophes that are unnecessary.
Crystal obtained.
How could someone whose job it is to write not know?
Relic obtained.
Island Sequence 15. Monster Route leads us to the real world to reclaim the corpse of Dire Rose. Tragedy strikes. The God Hunters repel us. That doesn't seem like something that happened on an island, though. Didn't you leave the island to go do that?
Crystal obtained.
Oh my god, there's so many things to pick up.
Relic
Shameful fake golden crown. Someone used the black market for status. Foolish. Reprisals are often deadly.
blood crystal obtained.
Alright, the vampire victim draws near. I can sense it with my vampire blood. Don't let him know I was the vampire. Use exclamation point hide so he doesn't see it. Did you find evidence? Yes. I found the evidence when I searched the surgery at the surgery room at Syndicate HQ. You were the 5th victim. The murders were covered up. The cause of the vampirism was never found. The killer was caught because of you. Me? The killer left a trace of saliva on you. They found him, a citizen. He was arrested. The horror is gone. I can ascend. Take this. A blue demon gave it to me. He could see me.
Blood crystal obtained.
Alright, let's find that dead zone. I'm close to it, right? The dead zone. So if the water is that way, the dead zone must be this way. Or is this it? Like the gigantic, just concrete building. There's definitely something you're supposed to be able to find here. The lack of yeah. The lack of commas is not that cool.
Nightmare computer.
Pyramids. Oh, that was it. Okay. No.
Nightmare computer unlocked.
That should have unlocked the door. Oh, so you could open it from either side? I don't get it. Well, this is cool. This sure is a place. Are there any hearts? One, two.
Relic obtained.
16th island sequence. A time for watching Crow's Circle. Don't the island sequences usually last for like 1,000 years? That seems like too long to watch Crow's Circle. Unless you could fast forward the crows. Oh, is this another way in? A secret tunnel into the dead zone. Someone's been naughty. So this is a way that I could have gotten in, I guess. Well, we'll find out when we go down the tunnel and see what the other side is. The Way of Blood bar. Who do you think rules the world? The Syndicate. No, not our world. The real world? No, not that one either. What other world is there? The metaphorical world, the concept of world. You mean the gods? No, yes. Are they the only gods? Probably, possibly, maybe, definitely. Absolutely not. How can we say? How can we know? If you worry about that, you'll lose yourself. I don't want to lose myself. Good. It's easy to do. Winning Devil Whiskey obtained. A whiskey that hasn't been aged. Nutty, sweet and peppery, sometimes drunk for luck during gambling. There's a whiskey distillery. It's in use, but the dead zone is supposed to be sealed. Has Sammy been making an illegal blend? There's something odd here. This is a medical-grade blood chiller designed to keep blood cold when it's being transported. There's an empty blood bottle inside. The label has been scratched off, but I can just make out a K as the first letter of the name. Blood not found. This bottle has been scrubbed clean. There's no trace of any blood. After being used, this was cleaned to remove evidence, but why keep it? Paranoia? No. No one comes into the dead zone, so it wouldn't be found. Helps incriminate others if this is unaccounted for. I need to find what this is linked to. Just going to Sam about it without context will make him clam up. So there's a distillery that's located in the dead zone because you can, what, illegally make stronger special liquor in a place of demonic possession? Maybe? So it... Well, that was easier than I thought. So it looked... Oh, no, there's other hearts over there. We'll get those later. There's one important one at the top. All the way up. Then we'll work our way back down. Whoops. Henry's apartment. Ground zero for the demonic invasion a decade ago. This is where the demon possessed him. He killed his mother and allegedly killed Grace bloodlines. Demons spilled out and corrupted the island. This concrete sarcophagus was built to contain the spread. As soon as the demonic corruption took hold, it marked the beginning of the end for Island Sequence 24. Which truths are contained within? A chalked out ritual circle. Presumably where Henry conducted the ritual that caused his possession. Chalked symbols, candles, and statues of gods. Can't beat the classics when you're conducting an illegal ritual. You need a code for this safe. Talk to Henry about it. Curious. Alright, so I'll talk to him and come back. They left the TV on. Their electric bill has to be through the roof. The corpse of Rena Division, Henry's mother. He killed her via strangulation. Looks like the corpse was left here when the corruption happened and the area was evacuated. She's been decomposing for 10 years. More evidence here. Excavius? My. It has been some time. How are you? I guess I've found everything in here, but there's still stuff further up? I'm guessing. Alright, let's... Oh, over there's a pyramid. We got no music in here. Yeah, the silent goat walk with me. Dying from sadness. Carving obtained. Carving about the god, dying from sadness. A sentient rock that drifted to Earth in wake of the other gods. A spare philosopher. We already found his statue, but now we have a thing. A thingo. Is that important? Alright, let's... Alright, I guess there's nothing else right here in this building. There's just down there. There's two, vending machine. Delicious. And nutritious. Is that a Red Bull? Blood fountain, an energy drink that makes you feel like your blood wants to burst out of your body. A good pick-me-up.
Ready to obtain.
17th island sequence. Ah, the 17th island. Remember that? Remember them? Remember those? Enough to wish for death. Okay, so... Oh, no. Wrong button. This button. Is that outside the wall? That seems to be outside the wall. Alright, have a good night, Serp. See you next time. Streaming on Saturday. I guess that's it for here, so we'll go out through this hatch and see where it leads. Does it lead straight to Crimson's house? Ooh, long-ass tunnel. Alright, so maybe I couldn't have come here first. Or maybe I could have. What is this?
Scene investigation.
The bar's storeroom? Safe sealed by a nightmare computer? Well, I have an anti-nightmare computer.
Nightmare computer.
Wait, do I have worship now? When did that happen? I am forgetful boy. Oh, okay. Vague shape. Alright, I can do vague shapes. Alright.
Nightmare computer unlocked.
Pile bunker gauntlets. I still don't understand. I'm sure that I don't have worship. I don't know why they gave that to me.
Nightmare computer unlocked.
There's a lump of non-human flesh inside. Just what I always wanted. Sam's still got a pair of pile bunker gauntlets kicking around. Once an assassin, always an assassin, I guess. They're well used. Looks like they only have one charge left in them. They'll probably come in handy. I'll borrow them from Rebet. A safe, locked by a nightmare computer. Seems excessive. There's a lump of flesh in here. It sure isn't human. I can feel the cosmos when I look at it. Looks like this has been carved off something. What is this related to? I need to find out more before questioning Sammy.
Key item obtained. Blood crystal obtained. Relic obtained.
This one is nearly perfect. It lasts for so long. Carmelina is truly a genius. Alright, so there's Sammy, but do I want to wait until I have found out more about the mysteries? Whoops. Ow. The heat gave way, as it always does, to lust. Ours was a life of indulgence. We were fierce, we were alive. 10s across the board. So I guess I always could have come over here, and would I have been able to double jump and get in there? Not quite, but I could have maybe fallen from above or something in order to sequence break, do things in the other order. Hello, Shinji. I could really go for a cocktail. How did you get into cocktails? When the bar closes, I hang out on the roof and down whatever's left. Cocktails are one of the few good things humans have made. What's your favorite? I like a nice mojito. Lots of rum and mint. We should stop this conversation. It's been so long since I had a mojito. Want to grab a few and watch the island die? No can do. Whatever. Is that a mojito? We'll know in a moment. Why do it? Why do what? Crime, murder, paradise killing. To reshape the world. When you pull a trigger or thrust a knife, the world branches. The old world is gone. It exists in history. Then history is forgotten. The world is remade or reshaped. It depends. We all live in the new world after that. The world must get reshaped a lot. More than you know. A Gothic second whiskey obtained. Aged for longer in specially constructed crypts, tended to by self-professed ghouls. Their obsession took them and warped them. All they do is caress the barrels until it is time to bottle. While watching the crows circle. Not a door. Somebody better start charging me something soon, so that I don't have to keep hoarding all of these crystals. I guess I get to spend them here.
On travel unlocked.
Oh, wait. I'm using the slot too.
Getting saved.
Escape to the city. The city hides, the city protects. You need to hide yourself in the city. They're coming for you. I guess we'll talk to Sam.
Sam Daybreak.
Bar Master. Hey, LD, I heard you were back. Sam Daybreak, Bar Master, born in the shadow of the dragon in Turkey in AD 999 under the sign of Shadow Zero. Sam took to killing like breathing. He killed to survive on the streets and then killed as a soldier before just killing for fun. He became a hitman extraordinaire under the banner of Shadow Zero. He met Lydia on the battlefield. They battled for 2 weeks, destroying the town of Raz 009. Lydia claimed victory and stabbed Sam through the heart. While fighting, he had fallen in love with Lydia, and in his moment of death refused to leave her. His skin fell away, and his skeleton hardened, becoming a deep red as he confessed his love for her. Is that what really happened? She too had fallen for him and accepted his confession. They fled to get married. He renounced his murderous ways and refuses to commit harm to others. Starlight is filling you in, isn't she? Have you forgotten about us during exile? I suppose isolation clouds the mind, doesn't it? Hey, Sam. It's been a while. Nice jacket. You notice? It was a gift from Lydia. She always had good taste. Doesn't she? Lydia's missed drinking with you. I missed you too as well. You're the only normal people on the island and the real murderers. I know this. It's nice of you to say, LD. It'd be nicer if you were back under better circumstances, wouldn't it? The Syndicate's in a bad place. It's devastating, isn't it? Our friends and colleagues have been taken from us. There's not a lot of wailing, grieving going on. We've existed for unknown epochs of time, haven't we? As you know, we've been alive for a long time. It gives everyone a different perspective on things. How's the whiskey blend on this island? Some vanilla, caramel, spice, and just a hint of smoke. The spice is unusual. The whiskey tastes like the island it's made on. This has been a peaceful island. The caramel and vanilla are in harmony. The spice twists in your mouth. It coils and slips between the other flavors. What's the whiskey telling you, Sam? There's something under the surface. Something that twists. Something that has moved between us all. You can feel it, too? Is there anything I can help you with? You think Henry really did this, Sammy? It's hard to say, isn't it? It's a hell of a crime. What do you believe, LD? I'm still making my truth. Akiko found him with council blood in his stomach. That's messed up, isn't it? He's clearly a sicko. That's what I'm trying to work out. Can you think of anyone that would want to kill the council, Sam? Kill the council? The crime of the century? Of the millennium? I don't think I do, LD. I'm really sorry I can't be of more help. Everyone here is a loyal member of the Syndicate, aren't they? I hope that's true. Where were you on the night of the murder? Am I under suspicion? Sam, I'm an investigator. Of course, LD, we must all cooperate, mustn't we? Does he end all of his sentences with, nay? Lydia had taken me to the Paradise Gates. I finished packing up the bar. I spent a few minutes taking the place in. I couldn't have expected to be back here, Destiny. What time did you leave the bar? I let Yuri know I was good to go. Lydia came to get me and we went to the gate. She picked me up about 10 to midnight. We arrived at the gates at about 5 to midnight. Any proof? The Nightmare computers at the gates will have the logs. I'll check them out. Alright. What about K-Hex? What do you know about K-Hex's disappearance? I don't think I can help you on this one, Destiny. Maybe check out his place overlooking the ocean? You see Witness to the End last night? Yeah, nothing except what I heard at the crisis meeting, LD. He was in his apartment with Carolina. You should ask them, Destiny. What do you know about the escape last night? Not sure what help I can be, LD. Have you spoken to Akiko? Did you see her? I'm afraid I didn't see her. You should ask her for yourself, Destiny. You see Crimson? Sometimes she stops by for a drink in the evening, but I didn't see her until the crisis meeting last night. You should speak to her, Destiny. He might know something about this. What do you know about Henry's demonic possession 10 years ago? The Dead Zone's bad news, LD. If you're looking into a crime from a decade ago, you're going to have to stare into the hell coffin. Anything you can tell me about Henry's movements last night? You been to the Desolation Cell yet? You should ask Akiko, Desune. Does Yuri come in here? Why do you ask, LD? He's after my time. And Lydia mentioned him. I don't know him. People speak to bartenders, pour their heart out after a bad day. He does come in from time to time. We all need a drink, Desune. What's his drink of choice? He likes high-end wine. He doesn't know what he's talking about, though. He's trying to look the part. You're right. What can you tell me about him? He's a power boy. All he thinks about is power and ambition. He wants to be on the council? Sure does. Maybe he finally snapped. Snapped? All he wants is to pursue his ambition. I voted against him in one of his numerous motions, and he came across the room at me. Dun dun dun. He's angry and impatient. He thinks he's ready to run the show. Don't all young people, though, Desune? Did you see Yuri last night? Lydia tried phoning him. You should ask her, Desune. Did you experience a comms blackout last night from the reality folding drive burst? Lydia couldn't contact Yuri for a while. Was that because of a blackout? That's what I'm trying to find out. See the doctor? He said he's been in his clinic, Desune. What about your motive? Sure thing, LD. What do you need to know? Got anything you'd like to tell me? Don't think so. We're happy. You two might be the only ones. I hope not. Wouldn't it be awful if we were? And then we hung out. Fancy a drink? Sure. I'd recommend. How long since you had a drink? 3 million days. Feel like catching up? Hit me. Make it a large one. We're starting with a highball. Sounds good. Please enjoy. Ah, that's a good highball. You're too kind, LD. I'm still practicing. This is Dead Nebula's Beyond Horizon. A nice blended whiskey. It has a crisp flavor and a sweet, smoky aroma. It goes perfectly with the soda water and a garnish of mint to make a nice highball. You were in a bar for far longer than I've been alive. You're a master. There's always something new to learn and improve, is Desune? No. Chasing a goal that's out of your reach? It doesn't matter if it's out of reach, Desune. It only matters that you're trying and that you improve. The key to a highball is the ice. This ice is frozen at negative 20 degrees Celsius. It makes the ice harder so it doesn't melt. You can enjoy the taste of the ingredients without them being diluted. Is that how that works? The ice is cut to provide a tight fit in the glass. A highball has to be stirred gently so the soda doesn't fizz. You stir without moving the ice apart. It chills. It chills it nicely, Desune. You always make the perfect drink. Please, LD, I'm still learning. I need to go and breathe life back into paradise. Good to talk to you, Sam. Always a pleasure. Please stop in again, won't you? Absolutely. May you always live in the shadow, and may you reach the moon. Don't fall.
The crystal obtained.
Can I get up there? From here? Blah, blah. Not easily. It's not the right way. Alright, what's a good way to go about this? I probably should... Okay. I should go... I never actually talked to... Oh, she's not on here. She is not on here. The leader person. Let's go to the Syndicate building. Do I... That's really weird. Cosmos Pyramid... Oh, no, wait! Oh! Okay, so... Whatever the first one... Okay, so this was the third and final upgrade, then. I already had the skull one. That's built in. Because I was like, man, how is it that I was able to open that... I was like, I hope it isn't because of a bug. But it was not. Alright, I'm going to see if I can get into the place where the Syndicate were actually killed. which I think is this way. I was wrong. This is not the way. Yeah, this is as far as I could possibly be. Booge. Oh no, wait, now right now it says Syndicate HQ.
Blood crystal obtained.
I don't think I've been there either. The Syndicate Graveyard and the Opulent... Okay, we'll go there someday. But if we are right here at Syndicate HQ, roughly, that's what I want to check out. Let's get the high ground.
Fast travel unlocked. Starlight Gate obtained.
So if that's the courthouse, I think. Then that is Syndicate HQ. Got it. Get off me.
Fast travel unlocked. Starlight Gate obtained.
Don't know what that is. Citizen services. Already cracked that. Alright, I feel like I haven't been in here, right? New? New and a bit alarming. Oh, there he is. It's Paradise Killer, the investigation thriller. What are you doing? Just rhyming, flowing, spitting fire off the top. Can you give me some space? I'm working on something here. I can't jump back up. Oh, but I'll take that.
Key item obtained.
so where was that elevator again? Go back up and don't jump off a cliff this time.
Those crystals are tiny.
Okay, well this wasn't that helpful. Ah, the council building. Not Syndicate HQ, but the council building is where the murder actually took place. Okay. Well then. I guess that's that building. Whoop. Flawless.
Key item obtained.
And I know we need a couple more of those red ones in order to do that, the big unlock. What's up with the birds on this island? The island's waiting to die. Our reality is broken. And that makes the birds fly backwards? It's messed up. Can't say I'm a fan. A fan of what? This whole pocket of reality you got going on. Well, thanks for your input. Always a pleasure. Always an explosion of pleasure.
Scene investigation.
Syndicate Library. Chronicle of Silent Goat. A tome detailing the first god to speak to us, Silent Goat, known as the Holy Catalyst or the First. During the Great Betrayal, he was captured outside Mahoda Ending in India and tortured in the Crystal Caves. He gifted the Syndicate his dying power, allowing us to start the island sequences. The Verses of Crying Grudge, a handwritten book about Crying Grudge. The god was captured by the Persian army during the Great Betrayal. The near-dead god was paraded around the country and displayed above the palace in Shushastra Zero. The tears of the god fertilized the ground, and the city became a sea of lilies. The Syndicate rescued Crying Grudge and burned the city to the ground. The weakened god slumbers in a holy pyramid on each island, slowly regaining his strength. That's who's in the pyramid? Crying Grudge? Library Vault Records. This terminal shows the records of who accessed the library vault. The vault includes rare or forbidden books, mostly from before the Great Betrayal in our prehistory, or from dreadful cultures on terrifying planets. The most dangerous books in here are grimoires on demonology. The harrowing tome, Dressed in Red, is a particularly dangerous and forbidden text. According to the records, a number of people accessed the vault over the course of the island, but the name that stands out is Yuri Knight. What was he doing in the vault? He accessed it several times, mostly about June and Mai. June and Mai. Which would indicate that he was the one who got Henry Danger to summon a demons. The Syndicate Library. All of history recorded, especially the parts struck from the history of the real world. Henry's possession a decade ago is worth looking into. It's not unusual for a citizen to try communing with the gods, but if someone wanted a scapegoat, there are books in here that would help. The restricted vault contains ancient text, forbidden grimoires, and harrowing cosmic secrets. Some of those forbidden grimoires deal in demonology, performing rituals and summonings. All the good stuff for a curious mind looking to break the law. The library records show that Yuri accessed the restricted vault multiple times over the years. None of the dates Yuri accessed the restricted vault stand out, except for a cluster of visits a decade ago. Henry caused the demonic invasion a decade ago, but obviously. Henry said that a stranger gave him the books on demonology. Is that a coincidence, or was Yuri up to no good? I guess that's her connecting the dots because I already got that information from Henry. Some of that information from Henry. be like that. Let me through. There we go.
Key item obtained.
Man, there's a lot of specifically red ones around. So I should be able to jump straight down onto it wherever it was, right? Wherever it was. Maybe not. Is there more than one purple line elevator? Oh, I finally somehow found the entrance. Leader Montserrat, may the silent goat always walk with you. The last time I saw Montserrat was when I was exiled 3 million days ago. The crime you committed is severe. Your actions could have ended the Syndicate. You let yourself be deceived by damned Harmony. The god used you to enact a plot against us, threatening our holy mission and endangering the rest of the holy cosmic pantheon. I cannot believe you, of all people, let this happen. It breaks my heart. You served us so well and for so long. Do you have anything to say? Those deceived by gods are victims, not criminals. Victims? I did not willingly embrace damned Harmony. Gods deceive you by manipulating your psyche. They can only do that if they find a weakness. You should have no weakness. You were the head of the Paradise Cycle Unit. You were supposed to protect us against these dangers. You failed us. Your sentence is exile. You will be sent to the Idle Lands for the rest of your eternal life. The Paradise Cycle Unit will be disbanded. Goodbye, Lady Love Dies. We will never meet again. Halt. What do you want, freak? Let me in. See Carmelina. Is she expecting you? I'd hope so. She should know the investigator is on the island. Grand Marshal Akiko 14 already has the suspect in custody. The crime is solved. Let's not do this. Just take me to see Carmelina. Whatever, freak. She waits in the throne room.
Architect Carmelina silent.
Lady Love Dies. Architect Carmelina. Carmelina Silence, architect of the island sequences, born to Romeo and Natasha Silence on the 4th island sequence under the sign of Blood Dancer. Her parents were skilled island architects and taught her how to weave psychic will into structure. Carmelina has since become a genius architect and will soon achieve the perfect island. Romeo Silence was seduced by the god Cosmic Deceit and committed treason against the Syndicate. As part of his punishment, no member of the Silence family would ever be allowed on the council. Her mother was killed fighting to protect the council during the demonic invasion on the 9th island sequence. Exile wasn't permanent for the investigation freak or her little computer. If the Syndicate needs me, I answer. This is the worst crime in our history. Leader Montserrat and the entire council have been taken from us. Losing Montserrat to an act of savagery is a loss all of us in the Syndicate will struggle to overcome. Worked out okay for you. You got the throne. A temporary measure ordered by your new master. A new council will be assembled on the next island. Why did Judge choose you to assume the role of leader? Temporary leader. Don't forget that. The law still stands. I am a servant, not a leader. The sins of my father still bind me. That's what I don't get. Your father's punishment still stands. You shouldn't be on the throne. You're out of the loop. The next island will be perfect, and I'm the architect. I will see us to the new island and then step aside. Any guarantee of that? Law is law. The leader cannot overturn it without unanimous council backing. The marshals work for the council, not the leader. They will ensure the law is carried out. I am an artist, a craftswoman. I have no desire to manage and administrate. These concrete halls are vessels for bureaucracy, not art. I hope we can close this incident quickly. This island wants to die. Perfect 25 is coming. The murderer is in custody. Alleged murderer. Do not ignore the evidence to find a truth that isn't there. I'm here to hunt the truths that haunt this island, no matter which truth you may cling to. Believe what you want, investigator. Can I help you with anything? Can you think of anyone that would want to strike against the council? Asking such a thing is dreadful, investigator. The prime suspect is behind bars and needs to be executed. All of us are loyal members of the syndicate. I can't think of anyone that would commit a crime like this. You have no reason to suspect anyone in the syndicate at all? Why would I? Perfect 25 is coming, and we're on the verge of a new era. The future was bright for the syndicate before last night happened. Architect, what do you know about the crime last night? Only what we were told by the Grand Marshal in the crisis meeting. Henry broke free and murdered the council. Why would a citizen have enough motive and the ability to kill the council, breaching all of the holy seals? That's not for me to question. I'm surprised there's any question at all. So you believe he did it? Of course. And so should you. You're a disgrace. Finish this quickly, and maybe the next council will look favorably on you. Do you feel you aren't being rewarded for your hard work, Architect? What do you mean by that? I've heard that there's a suspicion that you feel aggrieved by all your hard work building the islands not being rewarded with a seat on the council. I do not require a reward for my craft. It is its own reward. Are you trying to build a motive for me? That's my job. You're going down the wrong path. Titles and power aren't my desires. What can you tell me about your self-imposed isolation 25 years ago? Oh, I forget who we heard this from. I have no idea why something I did 25 years ago is any of your concern. What were you doing? You said it was for a project, but no one has ever seen what came of it. What I choose to do is nothing you need to concern yourself with. Your alibi. Where were you last night? Visiting witness. His role is to oversee the end of an island. The last moments are best enjoyed with an old friend. Do you often visit witness? Not in recent times. Our paths diverged. Then why last night? For so long he has been integral to my art. Every island has failed, and he has borne witness to the end of each one. This may be the last time an island ends. If Island 25 is perfect, there will be no more endings to watch. I wanted to say goodbye to old art. What time did you arrive? About 9 p.m. The logs on his apartment should be able to confirm that. I've already checked the logs. They confirm your location, as expected. I'll save you a question as well. I left when Judge summoned us for a crisis meeting, sometime after midnight. Are you sure you were with witness all night? Yes, all night. You didn't leave him for a moment? You have something you wish to ask? He took a phone call. What about when Akiko called him? Didn't he leave the room? He did leave the room to take the call on his balcony. People leave the room for other reasons as well. Do you wish for me to recall each time either of us went to the bathroom? Please. Did you see the doctor? No. Did you see Crimson? No. Did you see... Is there anything else you can tell me about Henry's movements? Surely you've spoken to the Grand Marshal. Lydia and Sam. No. What do you know about the escape? Talk to the Grand Marshal. What do you know about Henry's demonic possession 10 years ago? Not sure what help I can be. Henry was possessed and allowed demons onto our precious island. My hard work was destroyed. The dead zone is a remainder of his crime. Reminder. What do you know about K-Hex's disappearance? It's a mystery. I do hope nothing bad has happened to him. We always enjoyed talking. When did you last see him? A couple of weeks ago. My schedule became hectic as we closed down the island. Did you see Grand Marshal last night? While I was with witness, he got a call from Akiko. She asked him about it. Did you see Yuri last night? He's my secretary investigator. It would be strange were I not to see him. some point, being on the high and mighty puts you on the bad side of an investigator. I presume you're not someone who allows attitude to color your judgment. Wow. Prudent to presume nothing. So that's how it is. Now, when did you see Yuri last night? After we finished our business for the day. He left to go to the gardens to finish his work with the fairy woman. Yuri claims that the reality folding drive caused a comms blackout last night. Is that something that can happen with the reality folding drive? Why are you asking me? The drive is operated by Masahiro Heavy Industries, but none of the representatives are left on Paradise. You're the architect, so I thought you might know something. I can't help you with the specifics, but there have been instances of the drive causing blackouts at the end of an island. Did you experience it last night? No. They are localized, though, so that isn't to say it didn't happen. The drive performs a burst to power each island. It throws a lot of radiation and particles out into the air. If Yuri was in a patch of radiation, it would have caused a blackout temporarily. Do you think it is convenient that it happened around the time of the murder? Do you? That's what I'm trying to work out. Yuri is a loyal member of the Syndicate. You do well to focus on the real suspect instead. How was Witness last night? Anything strange? He wasn't happy I was there. He seemed agitated. How did this behavior manifest? His mask lets you see more than he thinks it does. Oh, like, you see his face. Surprise, confusion, worry. Do you think he was involved with the murder? That's not for me to say. I was just trying to be helpful. Did Witness look like he was in pain when the council were murdered? You know about his illness? Witness suffers greatly whenever someone dies on these islands, be they citizen or Syndicate member. Last night he doubled over in pain, breathless in agony. He suffers so much when there is a death. We must kung fu smooch. Can I ask you something, Architect? What's your dog's name? Platinum. Staprachina. When did you get him? This island, a few years ago. During an abduction operation, a stray followed the marshals back. I never had you down as a dog person. I thought you'd be more into cats. I wanted a companion that doesn't talk. Cats are fine, but I see too much of myself in them. Can I pet him? If you must. Who is a good boy? Are you a good boy? Can you help me sniff out the murderer? Can I help you with anything else, investigator? I'm busy. May the silent goat walk with you, and may you reach the moon. Alright, let's hit up a save point and call it a night. So it was fun to get to see. I guess it's a little unfortunate that it... Well, no, we still don't know. We don't really know what's going on, right? Can I, from here, jump to that? Oh, this isn't real, is it? It wasn't real. I do want to, before I forget, I want to try to land on this, right? If I take this elevator up, shouldn't I be able to drop right back down and land on... See, but that's... Oh, that's it over there. I getcha. Yeah, this will work. Unless I do it entirely wrong. We're getting it. Ooh.
Key item obtained.
We need a whole bunch of those. Although I might have enough now. That might have been the last one I needed. Okay.
Game saved.
That is it for tonight. Let's meet back here on Saturday for some more of this. It might take a while. There's so much on the island. We still have to examine the crime scene. We still have to figure out all of the seals. We still have to figure out what's going on with K-Hex. There are many, 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 many mysteries that we'll look forward to solving together. So I will see you then. Have a good night, everyone.